Hi everybody. So today we're going to review some more on plotting time on a number line. Okay, so yesterday we worked with an analog clock. So remember what an analog clock looks like, just like this. And you looked at the time on the analog clock and then you plotted it on the timeline. And yesterday we were doing increments of 15 minutes. Okay, we focused on increments of 15 minutes within an hour and within 2 hours. So today is something very similar to what we did yesterday, but a little bit different. So I'm going to review what you guys will be doing in Seesaw. Okay, it's going to be just a quick review so you understand your assignment. So you're going to be given a set of questions. So your questions will look very similar to this. Okay, and they're actually the same ones here, but I've changed it up a little bit. So the first question you'll be asked on some of the questions is, what time is marked with a star on the number line? Okay, so you need to write it in a digital form, not on an analog clock this time. So I'm going to look at the timeline that they have, and first let's look at this timeline before we answer the question. The timeline here, yesterday we did increments of 15. So we didn't have these small lines in between each increment of 15. We didn't have those yesterday. That means that each of these small lines means 5 more minutes, okay? So we start at 2 o'clock. The next line is 2:05. And then it's 2:10. And then it's 2:15. 5 more minutes is 2:20, 2:25, 2:30, 2:35, 2:40, 2:45, 2:50, 2:55, 3 o'clock, and so on. So then it goes all the way to the next hour. Okay, so these are now being shown as increments of 5 minutes. So each line represents an additional 5 minutes. Okay, so you are going to be answered. So let's look back at our question. Our question was, what time is marked with a star on the number line? So you have to look at the number line and go, okay, where's the star? Okay, see the star here. Knowing that each of these is 5 minutes. Each line represents 5 minutes. So now I am going to go, okay, well, here's 2:15 right here, right? There's 2:15. Now I'm going to count by 5s from there. So 2:15, 2:20, 2:25. So that means that the time here is 2:25. So I'm going to write that in a digital form on my Seesaw slide. This is not a Seesaw slide, right? But that's okay. So what did I say? 2:25. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the next question. What time is marked with a heart on the number line? Okay, so now I have to read my number line. I need to find the heart. And again, remembering that each line means 5 minutes, okay? An additional 5 minutes. So the heart is over here. It's past 3 o'clock. So I know my hour is 3. And here's 3:15, so I'm going to start there. 3:15, 3:20, 3:25. Okay, so my hour is 3 and my minute was 25. Hey, one more hour than the last one. All right, and then my last question here. What time is marked with an X on the number line? An X. Well, here's my X here. I'm not quite at 4 o'clock yet. I'm still at 3 o'clock. I'm in between 3 and 4. Here's 3:45 right here. So I'm going to start there and start counting by 5s, okay? 3:45, 3:50, 3:55. So my new time for that one is, let's see if you guys can see that, yep, 3:55. All right, the next thing you're going to be asked to do is you're going to have to find where the times, so they'll give you some options of different times, and you have to find where they go on the number line, okay? This is getting a little bit trickier, okay? So pay really close attention to what I'm saying here. So again, we are working with increments of 5 minutes. So here's the hour. The beginning hour is 1 o'clock. The ending hour is 2 o'clock, okay? So each one of these lines is an additional 5 minutes. So we have 1:05, 1:10, 1:15, 1:20, 1:25, 1:30, 1:35, 1:40, 1:45, 1:50, 1:55, 2 o'clock, 2:05, 2:10. Okay, so some of the lines are going to go off a little bit. And the reason why I tell you that is because some of these times may not be within 1 or 2 o'clock. It might be outside of the time. Okay, and you have to figure out what time is that if it's outside of that hour. So the first one is 1:05. Where would 1:05 go on this number line? Well, I see it right here. So here's 1 o'clock, and I know that 1:05 is the next one because this is increments of 5, right? 1:05 is right here. So I got that one done. Now my next one is 1:30. Well, that's pretty easy. They gave us the 30. I know that's 1 o'clock. So here's 1:30. And then I have 2:05. Okay, well, that's 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock's over here. Oh, 2:05 is outside of the 2 o'clock, right? Because now we're going into a new hour, 2:05. And then my last one, 2:10. Well, it doesn't belong here because this is all 1 o'clock. 2:10 is the next one. So I'm going to squeeze it in right here. Now I've found my times on my timeline. So that is your guys' job today. This is review of what we did yesterday, but now we're using digital time to plot it on the number line. Good luck with your assignment, and I know you guys are going to do a great job.